Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 17 of my full platinum walkthrough for Bloodborne. We're going doing the Defiled dungeon. You can see the title of the video is Cursed Pthumerian Defilement. That's the dungeon we're doing now. This is the hardest dungeon for a very obvious reason. You get half of your health throughout the whole time that you're here. So, that's that. I'm just gonna... Yeah, once we're through this one, once we're through this dungeon, then it's the home straight. There's nothing as difficult as you're going to find in this dungeon. So you should have all the materials you need, the Bastard of Loran, the Ritual Blood and everything, the Arcane Haze. We've got all that in the previous video. The good thing about this dungeon is we don't really need to go to any side places. We will go to a couple, but all we're looking for is Ritual Blood level 5. That's all we need. For the next dungeon after this, which is going to be the Great Chalice, I think it's called. ISZ. That's all I can remember for now. Yeah, that's where we're going, and all we need for that is 9 Ritual Blood 5, which we should have quite a bit of already. 3 Pearl Slug, which we have already. You should have it. If not, you can purchase it. And 25 Arcane Haze, which we can definitely purchase. Yeah, so... obviously we have half health the whole time we're in here, so take everything a lot more careful. There seem to be fewer enemies as well, but the ones that are here hurt a lot, like those witches, or whatever they are, old men hunched over. Yeah, when you sort of enter that place, you've got the guy on the left, the enemy on the left, and then the one on the one with the fire, the pyromancer. That you are stood in a pool of oil, so watch out for that. This here, this square behind me, is a trap. We don't actually need that Ritual Blood, but I was just showing you, because you'll see the chest and you'll want to go and run and open it, because it's just what you do, or what we do. But there's a square there. If you stand on it, it's a trap, and 4 enemies will appear. 4 red enemies will appear, so don't stand in the very centre of that square. So this first area, all we're doing is getting to the switch, which is right here. We're going to hit that, and we're going to go and do the first boss. That's it, which is nice and simple. Yeah, so it's again, it's just take your time. It's just not worth dying and repeating and getting stressing yourself out. That's the main thing with this one. If you die more often, you stress yourself out. Just take the extra time now. Yeah, so that's this first area done. Layer 1 is done. We're not going to go do any other side stuff. There's more to explore. There's nothing there we need, so we're not going to bother. There's a chest with bullets in, which is disappointing. There we go. Keeper of the Old Lords. That's the first boss fight we're going to be doing. Now, this is going to be a visceral attack there. That square in the middle there, just on the right. A visceral attack based boss fight, parrying, etc. So I'm actually going to go and switch runes quickly to one that's going to improve visceral damage. It's not essential, but it can just help along the way. We've fought many Keeper of the Old Lords, maybe 3, 4, 5 at this point. Some of them, one of them was a boss, so to say. The rest are just casual enemies. So you should have a sort of feel for how they work now. So yeah, I'm going to switch Eye Rune. I forget what they're called. I think it's Clawmark, that's the one. So they've got 2 of them. You should have 2. If you don't have the second one, you can get it from Central Yharnam. I did show you where to get it. If you go to Central Yharnam Lamp, there'll be a werewolf guy there. If he isn't there, you already have the rune. Yeah, he appears through the window that we spoke to the guy at the very start of the game. Right. Let's go do this. This is one of the easy ones. So again, just it's patience with this fight for definite. Let the boss come to you and you react rather than go and taking them on, because they can get you locked into an attack quite easily. So the attack you're looking for is that one. So they're going to run at you and sort of slide the sword across the floor as they run towards you. That's the one you want to parry. That's your best opening. And then, if you're lucky, you can get 3, 4, maybe even 5 hits in. Don't feel like you have to do that, but you can do a lot of damage doing that. And then you got the pyromancy coming in. Yeah, we got lucky there. Just again, my timing's not the best, but that's what I do. Is I do the visceral, and then I'll go in for sort of 2, 3, see how lucky I get a feel for it. And if I feel like they're going to start attacking back away again. And yeah, just keep looking out for that attack where they sort of slide the sword across the floor as they come towards you. Gives you plenty of time to shoot them. 3. Oh, just 3 that I thought was going to go for the full lot. And then after a certain amount of damage, they'll set the sword on fire. Now, you're going to have to be extra careful, because once they do the sort of slash back, as they dodge back, they're going to have a fire element coming towards you there. You can see it. And that you're probably going to take quite a bit of damage from that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to correct now, get myself out of a corner. And wait for that sliding attack. There it is. Didn't get the timing right on it for some reason. Bit early, I think. No, panicking now. Right, no, here we go. And slide and shoot. There, I don't think we're going to get the kill. No, we're not going to do enough damage this time. There's going to be one more. So back away. Yeah, that's another thing. Don't be around when they slam the floor like that. Yeah, we're going to do it again. I think this is where we do it and get the last one. Yeah, there's the sliding the sword across the floor. And take down. And then just go in for the kill. Excellent. Right, that's one done. Simple, right? Yeah, no, this boss is not particularly difficult at all. Even if you're not good at parrying, because I'm not. You know I'm not. You've seen I'm not. So, yeah, don't worry too much about that one. One thing you'll notice as well, we're going to be getting a lot of blood echoes. A lot. But obviously leveling is very expensive now, so it's all relevant. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the first side area we're actually going to do, but I'm just going to run and cash in before we do that. This side area has just one level 5 ritual blood in it. Not the best, but might as well get it while we're here. It's fairly quick. You can just run there and get it and leave. And that's what we'll be doing. Not going to be doing any extra stuff, putting you through any extra stress in this one. The 2 final bosses, the second and the third boss, are where you need to focus your energy, not strength. So skill, now I'm pretty much done with vitality, endurance and strength. No need to do any more of those. So I'm going to just be putting the rest into skill at this point. Don't need to do Arcane or Blood Tinge. I forgot. Because I'm not going to go near that. Skill should help with visceral attack damage and a bit of R1. And that's about it really. Just switch my runes back. I'm going to go for Eye and Moon again. The gold old pair. And then go back to layer 2. So from the lamp we're going to go back to the side area. Again, it's very quick this bit. We do have summons available in both level 2 and 3, which is good to just have them around and take the focus away from you. That's the biggest problem really. You'll recognise this room. We've seen this several times now. It's the one where the ball sometimes comes rolling down the stairs. I'm looking up, but it's not there. Thought there might be, but there isn't. Lots of Quicksilver Bullets for some reason. Just when I do the title at the bottom corner, I just seem to be writing Quicksilver Bullets all the time. That's all there seem to be around here, which is not particularly very helpful. But Ritual Blood 5, now that is a surprise. Yeah, he's no enemies up until that point, and he's just there waiting. So there's a room to the left here, there's a room to the right. We want the one on the right with the door shut. This is where the Ritual Blood is. So we're going to go through here. There's one of these terrifying things, there's actually 2. You can see it there. You could probably sneak past this one, but be aware that it is there and it will come after you potentially. Yeah. You've seen how much these guys hurt, so just stay away from them and try and catch them with that second R2. Don't worry so much about the first one. You know they're going to come running towards you, so that's your kind of opening. Yeah, not taking any chances at this point. Get the finish, just. And then through here, through this door, is going to be another one, which is nice. First there's him. Yeah, he's not. He's being cautious as well this time. There he goes. That is it's horrible. It'd be even better if they did scream, like a proper scream as they ran towards you. That would be extra terrifying. A lot of blood echoes for killing those guys though, so it's definitely worth it. Nearly 20,000. So yeah, definitely worth it. But what we're actually here for is this. Just one. You should have quite a few. We did pick some up in the orphanage, in the main part of the game, and we have picked up some more here and there. You may have noticed we've been picking it up, but we'll definitely have enough. We need 9 for the next area, and then we need 9 for the final Chalice dungeon. So there's just 2 more left after this. Well, 1.5. We're not even going to fully do the next one. We just need to go into layer 2 to get a material to do the final one. So Ritual Blood 2, you can see there, that's actually in the main area. So we're running all the way back to the, here we go, is the main path, and then we're going to go carry on now. There's actually more in the main area, which is a surprise for once. Magic lift in the middle here, so you stand on it. We'll just leave that for a moment. There is a summon there. We're going to get it in a minute. I'm just going to come up here so we don't have the complication with the lift and the summon. You know how they can be getting caught on stuff. So just going to go up here, grab this little bit, this little chest here has the Ritual Blood in that we need. We're going to be getting 3, 5, 7 in total. Ritual Blood 5. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of this guy here because he does have a gun. And I don't want him shooting at me when I'm down there. Which is what he will do. So just come up here, just kill that one, and then we'll go back and get the summon in a minute before going down. So yeah, I do actually die in a moment. It was a bit of a weird death. I got caught up against a wall. That's irrelevant, but what you're going to see is my blood echoes are going to go down. I can't find them. 100,000. Very disappointing. So yeah, I'm going down here. So I've not died yet, obviously. I'm going to just get this this summon up here. It's Madman Waller. The summons don't seem to last too long in this area, so you just have to kind of help them out. You can't really leave them. Yeah, so Madman Waller. No, it's not. It's Olek. It's Waller we use in the fight. No, Waller's not around. Oh, it must be in layer 3. Anyway, I'm lying again. Olek. Right, at this point, I've just died. So yeah, all of them have gone. I got caught up in this bunch here. If you can, if you are able to, should I say, you can kill these ones without the other one there. You can see him just behind there. He's got kind of a lamp. He will sort of alert everybody and send them towards you. And that's what kind of happened. And I got backed up into a corner and taken by surprise. And what I'm actually doing here is I'm looking for my blood echoes because I died. So they should be somewhere, right? One of these enemies should be holding them, or it should be on the floor or something. 100,000. Like, I've literally came into this room and then I died and then I've come straight back in. That's what you're watching. Yeah, I don't know where they are. Never mind. It's put me off a bit. A bit annoying, but I mean, it is only one level and it doesn't really matter at this point, but it's still annoying to lose 100,000. Nope, not having it. So there will be a guy, and there's a trap here, very dangerous trap actually. There's 4 statues. Wow, that was... Olek came to the rescue then with the visceral. Look at him. That was well worth having him around for. Yeah, there's a switch on the floor there, and there's 4 of those things, so watch out for that. There is a scurrying beast on the floor here. It'll give you a blood gem of some sort. Yeah, cursed, whatever. It'll be different for you, I'm sure. Yeah, you don't need to come in here, so don't feel like you have to. I'm just looking at either of these two have got my blood echoes, but they haven't, obviously. So I've no idea where they went. Yeah, these guys have iframes as they're getting up as well. A bit like the Chime Maidens. Not all enemies have them, but annoyingly the ones that you really want to kill quickly, like those guys, do. So I'm directly below the lift there, if you're wondering where I am. So kind of giving up at this point. I'm not going to find them. I may have walked past them as a patch, but I don't think I have. Just check around this back area here for enemies, because there's ones with kind of torches or have fire weapons. They really hurt. I think it was one of those that actually killed me initially. So looking out for those guys. Nope, not having it. Come on, Olek. Places to be. So yeah, that's where the lift takes you up, and then you can come round here. So you can avoid that bottom area entirely if you use the lift. But, I mean, at this point it's a lot of blood echoes. Just a few easy kills there. But if you don't want to, you can come up here and drop round down the back. It's weird that those ghosts aren't in the main game. You really would have thought they would be. Anyway, they're only sort of dotted around here. They seem like quite a good enemy, where they are able to disappear on you. So yeah, grab the cold blood there, and we'll just carry on down. No items in here. So what we want to do is actually go to the left, is where the switch is. That's all we're looking for at this point. There is the switch. I've taken the wrong way. I thought it was the stairs to go up. My fault. Do apologise. But yeah, you definitely don't want to come up these stairs, because there's this guy here who's going to start throwing Molotovs, and I'm kind of stuck now. Come on, Olek, out the way. And there's loads of... there we go. Oil jars on the floor here, so you'll easily die. And then we're at the bottom. This is what I thought I was looking at upstairs. So, you know, upstairs is where the switch is. Getting a bit turned around. Still annoyed from those blood echoes. That's what it is. Yeah, a bit of a dangerous combination up here. You've got one of the quick runners, and you've also got a shooter, which is not the best, because you don't want to go running up and kill the shooter, but you also need to take care of this guy first. So yeah, you've just got to be careful. Watch the shooter and take care of this one. Handy Olex here, really. If you're lucky, you'll get stuck on the statue like that. Whoa, that was close. That's a lot of damage. Down he goes. Finally. After flailing around. Yeah, we are done. We're going to leave. We're not going to do any extra stuff here. We're just going to go out. I don't think there is any extra stuff here, to be honest. Then we're going to go into another side area very quickly. Just go and get 3 more ritual blood. And then we've just got bosses left. The hardest boss in the game potentially is the one that we're going to be doing next for you. I will obviously try and walk you through it best I can. The reason I've stopped here and looking around is I've never seen this bloodsucker down here. I don't know where it's come from. I've never seen it in this room before. I've done this obviously a couple of times now. I have no idea where it was, where it's come from, where it could have been hidden. I don't know. And then it's gone. I was hoping it would have my blood echoes, to be honest, but it didn't. See, I have no idea where that came from. We'll go back out into here. Yeah, I'll just run back and... no, we don't run back yet. We'll go and do the side area first, and then we'll run back. So we just got this side area. And then before we do the boss, I'll just run back and unload. Because you will have a lot of blood echoes by the time we're done here. So wait for him to come up. So yeah, we're just going to quickly run in here. Not this place is actually massive. This side area, there's lots to see and do, but there's nothing. Yeah, you can't hit them when they're getting up. I said it before, and you go and do it. Yeah, there's lots to see. There's loads in this area, but we're not going to go and visit all of it. We're just going to go and get the ritual blood that we need and leave. Yeah, watch out for this guy. I know he's here. I can hear him around, and he's running up the stairs, but because I had the camera the wrong way, missed him. Yeah, they can one-shot you, surprisingly. Those ones with the axes, the fire axes, they really hurt. Get rid of this one. Now there is this room here with a bunch of guys in. If you clear it out, you can fall down this way to go back, but you don't need to come in here. You can leave this if you want, but it's a good source of blood echoes, and you can drop down here afterwards, come back, that's all. So just clearing the path. Yeah, he doesn't get hit. He's the one I want to get hit as well. Left now. Right, so that's this room clear. So again, there's nothing to actually find in here, but you can drop down afterwards and go that way. And if you do that without clearing it first, there's going to be a lot of guys in there. Come on, Olek. Yeah, I think that was a switch in the middle there. I'm not actually sure what it triggers. It doesn't seem that there's a trap directly ahead of you. So go forward. So that's where you could drop down. You can just drop down here if you want to get out. But here is the ritual blood that we need. And there we go. So yeah, that's it. That's it for side areas now. All we're going to do is go and do the boss now, which is going to be Watchdog of the Old Lords. Yes, this boss. The first time I ever played this game, this and the one after this actually, gave me the most trouble. Probably this one first, but now I actually enjoy this fight. I actually enjoyed doing it this time. Because you can read the dog quite easily. It may look like it's all over the place, but it has a few very specific tells, and most of the time you can just be out of danger away from it. There's just one attack you need to watch out for, which we'll go into when we get there. Nope, wasn't supposed to press triangles, supposed to press options. You waste the blood vial there. Let's send Olek back, we don't need him anymore. We will be getting a summon for this fight, but not Olek. Well, there is one just before the door. So I'll quickly go back. So there's fire damage in this place. So if you want a fire reduction rune on, feel free. We have the Charred Hunter's clothing, the set. So you can put that on as well if you want. But I'm just going to kind of leave it the same. But yeah, feel free to change around, mess around with the runes and things. I'll show you here. So we do have the runes for reducing damage, fire reduction there. We've got fire damage reduction. To be honest, you're either going to die in one hit or you're not. So the fire reduction's not the greatest anyway. I'm just going to put double moon on at this point. Try and make up for those blood echoes I lost earlier. As long as you're moving around a lot, you'll be fine. Bolt paper does help, so if you have some, stick some of that on. You can always purchase it from the messenger if you don't have any. And then yeah, let's go and do this. So we're straight back. We'll ignore Olek to the left now, and we'll go and get a Queen Killer. Should be right outside the boss door. Sometimes Queen Killer can survive this fight to the end. It depends how lucky you get with how much damage they take, obviously. They can also die very quickly, but it's definitely helpful to have them there initially. Obviously it does give the Watchdog more health, but the diversion tactic on this one is really needed. So as soon as you walk in, move towards the left, lock on, don't use your wallpaper yet, and then dodge. That attack is the one that will one-shot you, regardless, always will. So whenever you see it charge, then you need to just dodge to the left only, never dodge to the right, always to the left of that one. So your biggest window of attack with this enemy is when it's doing the lava. So there, it's done that attack. You can get hit from behind as well, so when you see it charging, back away. That attack you can just sort of step backwards, and it's a good chance to get it when it's just you and it, which it will be for me at the end. You can break its legs. You can see it's healing them there. There, it's gone down. So if you break the legs, it will go down for a second, but it will do a massive charge there to try and clear the sort of way. I always seem to attack through it. Sometimes I'll try and avoid it. See, that's the one you need to avoid whenever it does that. But apart from that, you can stay away from it and be pretty out of the way. Obviously I'm not, because you want to be semi-aggressive at the same time. This is why we've got somebody with us, is to let them take the front of the dog while we go around the back and hit the back legs, and that's the idea. So you want to be on either end of it, so either you have the head or he does. There, so it's going to switch around, its legs will come right in front of you when it switches around like that. Legs take more damage once they are broken like that. I did actually move out of the way that time. You can do it to the head as well, and it will just keep trying to heal, so you do less damage to it. Yeah, you can hit the head as well. Whenever it does that, back away, because that's a massive AoE. You need to get quite far back from that one. Yeah, don't feel like you have to run in. You're not timed. Just wait for the opening. You're going to see that Queen Killer's going to die in a minute. It does happen very quickly. Yeah, here's the best one. When it does that, that's when you go in. Go in and do a load of damage on it. Not that it's particularly a lot, but yeah, when it's sort of doing that lava spew, that's your best window. And just try and get behind it, and then when it faces you, that's when you respond to what it's doing, and probably move out of the way when it does that. And just keep back, watch what it's going to do. Don't go towards it when it does that. That was lucky, because that's its charge, that's its one shot. Again, always to the left. As long as you remember, dodge to the left when it does that, you'll be fine. Honestly, you really will. And just look for those openings. Here it comes, to the left. If you go right on that, it will hit you. It'll hit you every single time. So Queen Killer's dead. It's just me and him now. And this is when you need to be super careful. When it's just you and the dog, now you need to be really careful. This move is really good to get a couple of hits on the head, so you can kind of guess where it's going to stop and just start swinging. But yeah, don't feel like you have to run in. Again, you're no time here. Nothing extra is going to happen. It's just you and the dog. Just wait for the one hit attack. There is a great chance. I don't have my bolt paper on, which is a shame, but never mind. That is a one shot as well, so watch if it does the slam. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to rely on it doing, is kind of doing the air chomp. That, and I'll kind of move towards it as it finishes, and just, even if just one of those hits its head, that's all I'm after. Usually the second one will be the one that hits. Oh, bit close. What I'm wanting it to do is the spew again, the sort of lava, and that's what I don't want it to do, because I can't get anywhere near it. That can one-shot you as well. No, stay away from that as well. Like the normal, I don't have much fire protection on, so normal attacks don't really do that much. Here's my opening again. Do we get the damage on the leg? Yes, we do. But don't get greedy. Never get greedy, because you know it's going to explode then, and it might do something that will just completely annihilate you. And look how low the health is. Just play safe. There's the head again. Do we get it? Just one. No, not worth it. Just not. Could have done the second, but I could see it was ready to go again. No, it's not having it, is it? Just this little bit of health left. Here we go. 1, 2, and then it has just a little tiniest slither of health left there. There is nothing to it. I'll do a charge into it, so I'm looking for a single opening, which is that. Which is fine, because I know I will kill it if I hit it one more time. Whew. There we go. That is arguably the hardest, or one of the hardest, non-DLC boss in the game. Is the one from the Defiled dungeon. Obviously, mainly because you have your half of your health. But yeah, as long as you can avoid that charge, dodge left from the charge, that's all you really need to know. And then just look out for those attacks. It doesn't really come towards you much, apart from that charge. It will try and get it ahead of you in that way. Whew, right. Now it's not over yet. We still have Amygdala, and that can also be, it's not really as difficult as the one we've just done, because it's quite easy to read Amygdala, but you can get one hit killed out of nowhere if you're not paying attention. So yeah, it's still difficult, but nowhere near as bad as Watchdog, I would say. We have fought both of them. Amygdala fought a long time ago now, and the Nightmare Frontier, so you may not even remember. I didn't really remember fighting Amygdala the first time I ever played this, and then I fought this one. It was hours it took me, but I didn't know that much. I didn't know anything about the game when I did it, so hopefully we're going to get through this. So I'm going to switch to pungent blood cocktails, mainly because of these two dogs, and there's some rats downstairs. So this is the main area. This is layer 3 now. We're not going to do any more side areas. We're just getting through this. There's actually a Ritual Blood 5 down in the pit we're going. So if you don't want to take those dogs on right away, you can use pungent cocktails to get their attention. Run past them. And this is where Madman Waller is. You can get his attention and bring him out to help. Even though I make a complete mess of this, but anyway. Yeah, he'll help you with the dogs. But don't go down in the pit. We need to go down in the pit. Yes, that's where we need to go. But not yet. Because you'll want to use pungent cocktails down there. And you may potentially attract the dogs at the same time. And you don't want that. So, divide and conquer is what we're going to do. We're going to use the pungent cocktails to get the dogs' attention. And hopefully kill them quickly. Yeah, these dogs are horrible. If you just try and take them on, just you and the dogs and the pyromancer, you're going to die very quickly. They have that habit of not... The first sort of attack will knock them back, but then they'll just go through your attacks and not go back. No, we're going to miss it. Missed it, never mind. Whoa. Yeah, go on. No, he didn't do anything with it. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. And still get beat. Making this look more difficult than the boss fight we just did with this one. There we go. Right, yeah, so clear them out, because you don't want them dropping on you when you're going down here, because this place is pretty dangerous. Waller can die down here if you're not careful. Not that it particularly matters. That's all we're doing is going down here and then going in the boss. It's just very quick. We need to go in both directions. One is the switch. One is a Ritual Blood number 5. If you go this way first, this is where the rats are. Use pungent cocktails. There's some dangerous rats down here, and you want to kill them. They hurt a lot. Only 2 hits for you still. yeah, so there you can see they all run after it and you get that big chance to get a lot of damage. The main problem is the big guys down here as well. So you kind of dance away from the rats and the big guy will more than likely get you. You can see that Waller will get ganged up on, so we can help him out. He's going to finish the rats off. There we go. If you're lucky, you can get a Ritual Blood 5 from this guy. Not all the time though. But don't worry, we're going to be getting more than we need. You'll have enough at this point for the next Chalice dungeon, but we'll get some more for the final one in the next one. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's it. Hit the switch, and then come running down here. Clear this room out. There's no enemies in here, so just run out. I wasn't running because I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember whether there actually were or not as I was doing it. Madman's Knowledge. 2 Mould, but then in a little one hidden right behind is the stuff we actually need, the Ritual Blood 5. Just one, unfortunately, but it'll do for now. And yeah, I'm going to go and cash in again, and then we're going to go and do the boss. Amygdala. So it is another lengthy fight. It's both of these fights are just lengthy because you want to take your time. You could go and run in and just try and do as much damage as you want and try and get it over with, because I have that mentality as well, is I feel like I just need to get it over with sometimes, and that's going to make it easier, but it really doesn't. Just taking your time is the best option. So I need to get rid of him, obviously, so Silencing Blank is going to go. We're not going to use any summons for Amygdala. There is no point. They die very quickly. They don't really, you don't need much in the way of distraction. It's actually better if Amygdala's focused on you. And yeah, they die very quickly, and then you're left with an Amygdala with more health. So not really worth it. But there is a possibility of 2 for this one, which is, yeah, double, triple health Amygdala. No thanks, I'm good. Let's just deal with this one on its own. So again, we have fought this before. Main thing you're aiming for is the head and waiting for an attack opportunity. There are certain attacks you want the Amygdala to do, which allow you, there's the summon we're not using, yeah, it's going to do certain attacks that you want it to do, and that's when you go and hit it. Just apart from that, stay away from it. And then when it rips its arms off, that's when you go underneath it. So don't be tempted to get underneath it now, because it can do damage underneath it very easily, but when it rips its arms off, it can't. So this is one of the attacks, to sort of push, and it will slam down, and its head. So I'm using R2, I'm running R2, then following up with an R1. Sometimes they'll both connect, sometimes just the R1 will connect if you stop a little short. But R2, so wait for that slam. Always just be as far back as possible. You'll sort of get a feel for where the attacks are going to drop in front of you, and you'll start to perfect it. So there you can see, if you wait, R2, R1, sometimes you get them both if you are lucky, and then just back away and wait for that next opening. Here it is again, that's the 4-handed slam, or 6-handed. R2, nope, didn't connect with the R1 that time. And just play it like this. There's 3 stages to this fight. You have this first stage, there we go, you're going to eventually do that, but we're not going to do that much damage to it. A fair amount, it's enough, it's fine. When you do that as well, you can always get that extra hit in as its head comes back down. So here it's going into sort of phase 2. It's going to start having blue hands when it slams. If it jumps, stay still. Try and get hit on the head if you can, and then run away underneath it, because it will try and hit you like that. So if it jumps, kind of stay still. Sometimes it'll land in front of you, that's good, a nice free hit. But yeah, just stay still. Lasers obviously dodge to the left or right. I like to keep them to my left, or move to the left should I say, and go around in a circle. And that's what I'm doing, just circling round. So yeah, it now has the blue hand attacks. So that's arcane damage with the blue hand. That was a miss. it kind of stays there, so you see it's there for a little bit longer, so you do have a bit less of a window. That's why I'm completely missing now, which is just, it's not like I've done this before. No, with the blue damage, the blue arcane damage stays there, so when it jumps towards you like that, if you turn around 180 degrees, its head will be there, and then just escape via the tail. Yeah, when it does the blue-handed slams, don't run straight in, because the damage stays there. It's kind of like an AoE, mini little AoE type thing. Lasers dodge. You can sometimes get hit in when it does the sicky whatever Vial thing, but don't really bother. Just stick to the plan, same plan. It is a bit more aggressive with the thing, with the your escape route this time. But yeah, just it's a rhythm thing, this one, it really is. You can survive one hit quite easily. 2 will kill you though. So dodge to the right when it does that one. Slightly to the right and then run forward. Now it's going into its, pulled its arms off. So now it's actually fairly safe to get underneath it, and that's what we're going to do, or try to do. You need to look for that opening first though. So you can play it the same way. Obviously it does have a longer reach now, but it is very similar. It does the lasers, it does the blue-handed slams, but it can reach a lot further. So yeah, to the right, run in. I think this is, yeah, we're going to break its head again. We're going to get the visceral in, and now I'm going to hit it a few times. You can get a few in here if you're lucky, and now we're going to stay underneath it. It doesn't really have a clearance. It can slam its legs, but it will jump up, stay still. If you can, try and lock onto the head quickly and use R2. So wait, and then it's going to jump down. If you can, I'm missing the opportunity here. Right, lock on if you can. I'm not using the right attack. Trust me, you'll be fine. Nope, still not figured it out. It's R2 you want to be using, not R1. There we go. Try and lock, and then R2. Back away underneath its legs again, and just wait for it to do its next thing. Lock R2. Lock R2. And just keep at that. If you want to lock off as well, that's a good idea. If you're moving underneath it. See, it's doing its slams and it can't reach you at all. Do watch out for the occasional stamp as well. And again, just wait for it to show you what to do. Get greedy and try and finish. No, can't do it. Yeah. No, not worth it. There we go. And kill. And there you go. That's the Defiled dungeon done. Congratulations. Once you've done it. If you're watching this, you may not have done it yet. But yes, just the first stage of Amygdala is very straightforward, with the fact that you can just read its attacks, do those running R2s into an R1, back away again. Then when it pulls its arms off, look for that opening to get underneath it, and then just try and lock on, hit it with an R2, lock off, go back underneath its legs, and just wait for that next drop on top of you. And you'll be fine, you'll be fine. But yeah, very first time I ever fought that, no chance. It took hours. But yeah, a lot better this time. So I'm going to do the repair, and then we need 25 Arcane Haze. So you should have the slugs, you should have the Ritual Blood, you will have the Ritual Blood. We've got plenty, I've got 16 at this point. You will have the slugs as well. So I'm going to burn 2 level 4 2 Mould, and then 1 level 2. So that gives me 25 Arcane Haze. Exactly what I need for the next Chalice dungeon, which is going to be the Chalice. We now have the final one, we just can't enter it yet because we don't have the materials. So there we go, we've got 16 level 5. We've got the Arcane Haze 26, and then we have the Pearl Slug 3. Right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.